Welcome to the Really Likable Geeks Podcast. I'm Steve.
I'm Joey.
And I'm Stuart.
This is The Way. How's it going, guys?
Good.
Yes.
The look on your face. I did that. You're just not entirely sure about how you feel about these intros, are you?
No.
They're
Not
They're good.
They're varying degrees of
okay.
shittitude.
Shittitude.
Yeah.
Is that a word?
I just made it one.
Neat.
Welcome to the English lexicon, shittitude. Well,
Okay.
if dickatry is a word, then shittitude should be one.
What does that
Fuckery
mean?
is a word, too.
Fuckery or dickatry?
Is it just the same as
the degree
fuckery?
to which you were being a dick? Or are you saying shittitude?
Is that really what it is?
If I was going to define dickatry, that would be
Like
what
degree?
No,
No, that sounds like you decree something. I degree something.
There's fuzz in my face.
Oh, I'm saying like if there were levels of how much of a dick you were being.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you're a 10th level dick.
Like it's like a fucking D&D
No,
thing?
it's like Hitler.
At the 10th level.
Hitler's like 10th level dick. And then like I don't know.
There needs to be like a D&D Pathfinder book for like levels of dickery.
Yeah, yeah.
At the
dickatry.
10th level, you are the ultimate of dick. Like,
You just punch babies
Jesus.
for no apparent reason.
Well, you said Hitler was at the top, right?
I would say
So okay, so like a lot,
if I was gonna make like a
so a lot of
yardstick,
trains and ovens and gas chambers.
yeah,
You're the king of those.
yeah.
What a fucking dick.
We just saw, but fucking Amazon was selling. This has nothing to do with the podcast. Amazon was selling
We're allowed to talk about other
fucking
things.
Auschwitz Christmas tree ornaments.
What?
You didn't see that?
No.
Oh, it's fucking
Jumanji.
Was that this year?
yes. This is and like the other thing was they were selling board game Jumanji, but like Jew,
No.
and it was like
Really?
escape from a camp where
Oh
they try and
my
get
God.
you to concentrate more.
Yeah, where children get sent to concentrate.
No.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
like
God.
it's a fucking board game. It's called
Are
Jumanji.
you serious?
Yeah.
What was the other one?
The last one was the
Oh, the 9/11
9/11.
Advent calendar.
Yeah.
What?
It was like two towers. and they
Yeah.
had the fucking
Oh my God. Really?
But I want to know what was in it.
yeah. Is it like candy or is it like I don't
Little
know.
people, like a
Wow.
desk.
Or is
like
it,
a
no,
little
the
desk.
bottom
It's like
one.
little Teddy
The bottom
grams.
ones has all that gold that went missing.
Yeah.
Wake up, sheeple. I'm fucking. What was the
That
other?
was horrible. Did you guys see where Amazon was selling that
slave on a shelf.
Yeah.
Instead of elf on a shelf, it was
Oh
slave
my
on
God.
a shelf.
Amazon's horrible. And Amazon, you need your quality control people to like do their job. You said a thing where I think it was like 6 months ago or so. It wasn't even that long ago where people were selling like it was like a plumbing utensil or whatever it was,
I showed you that.
but it was a fucking silencer.
Yeah, I showed you that.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they've been doing that for a while.
Is that still up?
To
They-
silence
because
your pipe.
It's because they're gaskets.
They're being too loud.
They're like plumbing gaskets, like
That's what it was,
connections, and it's fine to sell them because they're selling them as plumbing gaskets. But like all the comments are like, "Oh, this works really well with my 45 exhaust."
Oh, yeah.
and like people like it's just this whole thing.
Yeah.
Like it's just because you can't if they're not used for their intended purpose, that's not the manufacturer's fault.
No,
You know what I mean?
that's not.
Like you can't blame Sharper Image because like I drove my drone into someone's face and disfigured them.
Right.
So in the same instance, like people are just making, you can buy suppressors for any caliber of gun. The problem is that you for 99.9% of the guns that you buy like legally, you then have to thread.
Yeah, you have to thread.
You have to thread them. There's some exceptions. I know, like probably gun enthusiasts are going to yell at me.
Yeah.
But there are exceptions. But most especially handguns, like handguns don't come pre-threaded for suppressors.
I
What
don't
do you mean
think
threaded?
so.
Not the ones that you can buy.
like a Glock 9.
Not the ones that you can buy as a normal citizen.
Really?
No, they don't come. They
So
stop.
You, so
they
you have
stop.
to
they
get
stop
a threader.
You
Thread it
have
yourself.
to thread it yourself.
No, I'm good with not modifying shit. Like I don't want to.
What do you mean?
It's because like it has to have something to screw onto, like a bolt, like the suppressor. So you have to like take the barrel and thread it with a machine. Like there are pipe threaders, and they do that, and so you have to do that with the barrel of the gun in order to attach the suppressor onto it.
Yeah.
To make it so it just spins on?
Yeah, so you can attach
So you
it.
could
Oh, so
twist
you're
it on
just
it.
carving it.
Yes.
Yeah, basically.
Yes.
That's what I didn't understand. I was
Okay,
like, what the
yeah.
fuck are you saying?
No,
Threading?
that's
It's like
what
sewing machine?
No, that's what it's called when you make the.
It's carving it.
Yeah, it's called
Carving.
It's called threading.
Fucking carve.
No, it's called
I don't-
threading.
That's what it's called.
It's called threading.
It's fucking dumb is what it is.
It is. That's like on Garrett Jacob Hobbs from Hannibal.
Mm-hmm.
He was a pipe threader. That's all he did.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know.
There you go.
It's a fucking dumb thing to call
It
it.
is, but
I don't like it.
I mean, there's.
so yeah, even if you buy the suppressor from Amazon, doesn't mean you can just like doop-a-doo and like you're good to go.
Yeah.
You have to actually.
You have to actually
Super glue
engineer it
it.
and do work. But then
Yeah.
again,
It's not like
the
Duct
modding
tape.
community for firearms is
Duct
insane.
tape.
I'm sure I could find a pipe threader out there who would be
Out
like,
there.
"Here's $100. Like, I need like this threaded."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and just bring him like a barrel.
I can't imagine that if you did that. I
Barrel
can
of
imagine that
monkeys?
if you threaded that wrong, you would fuck yourself up. Because the barrel
It would
being
blow back?
the proper dimensions and everything.
It's more about not harming the integrity of the barrel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
I can imagine
it's
if
not
you
about
fuck that
blowing
up.
back; it's about blowing up.
Yeah. I can
Wouldn't
imagine
that
if you
still
mess that
harm
up.
you?
Probably.
Maybe
Blow
it depends.
your hand off.
It depends on the way
Caliber.
that
Caliber of the bullet too.
and it depends on like how it breaks.
Yeah. Because let's say you put a silencer on like
Gonna
a
shoot
50
your eye
caliber.
Kid.
So like you put it on like a 50 cal, right? Or let's just say a 45. Which is 45 like a Springfield 45 like handgun, whatever. And you put a suppressor on that thing. 40 that's a fat round. A 45, that's a pretty fat round for a handgun. That might do some damage to you.
Especially use like a wad cutter or something.
Yeah,
like
you
round.
fuck yourself up with that.
It depends. Like if just the end of the barrel is busted and it just explodes out.
Yeah.
Then it's fine. You'll notice like immediately like, oh,
Yeah.
this is fucked.
Like oop,
This is
bad.
not
but
silencing.
it's possible that it could like crack all the way down the line of the barrel and like
Yeah,
fucking,
and then
it fucking blows back in your face.
yeah.
Then you die.
A lot of room
So
for
I don't
error
know.
doing that.
I wouldn't be comfortable doing it.
No, hell no, me neither.
I know. I used to have.
Don't
a boss.
encourage anybody to do it either.
I encourage it wholeheartedly. Fuck with your guns. Just see what happens.
Jeez.
I had a boss who.
That's just job security for most of us.
Yeah. He,
Every time I watch Ridiculousness, I'm always like, that's just job security.
I had a boss. He was a varmint hunter.
A varmint hunter?
Yeah.
Yahoo. That's tight.
So
Elaborate, please. I want to know more about this.
So he'd go out and they'd hunt like gophers and groundhogs and like
That's
jackrabbits.
That's tight.
But he went hunting.
Oh, I'm Jack.
He had a custom.
It's you.
He had a custom built. It was an AR platform,
Uh-huh.
but he had a barrel custom board to shoot 222 Lapua rounds.
What?
Which is, for people that don't know, it's a very uncommon round.
That is a very.
It also is like wildly overkill for fucking varmint hunting.
for
Does it like
jackrabbit.
explode them?
Yes.
For a jackrabbit?
He showed me like pictures. I was like, what is even the point? Because like people go like rabbit hunting with like a 22 or like a
Wait.
shotgun.
Like explode like in
like fucking pink mist.
like that movie that we just watched. What the fuck was the movie that we just watched? Ready or Not.
Yes. But like rabbits and groundhogs. Yes.
I'm trying to find a photo of a
It's
Lapua
fucking-
so she can understand what a Lapua
But
round
like,
looks
it's wild overkill for like what you're hunting. And I was just like, I was like, don't you just like destroy like anything? He's like, oh yeah, we don't go game. He's like, I don't use it for game hunting. It's just like target practice. Like
Like
all
a
right.
22 is not a fat round, but I mean it's a.
But that it's a 222 Lapua, and it's like you go rabbit hunting with like birdshot shotguns, like or fucking like a 22, like a little dinky, like yeah. It was just fucking hilarious.
I think those are
cost him so much to have that barrel
It's a
bored
Remington,
out.
right? Lapua's a Remington. Right?
Yeah, but it cost him so much to have that barrel.
Such a stupid
bored
round.
out.
Look at that thing. That's a gnarly
I
round.
hit my face on the mic.
That's a gnarly round. Like, that's a fat round.
Like, you go deer hunting with that.
Yeah, you take down a fucking buffalo with that thing.
But he was using it to, like, shoot rabbits and groundhogs.
But he said he wasn't using it to shoot rabbits.
No, that's what he was using to shoot them.
They're 50 cents a round?
They're
God
they're
dang,
fucking
man.
expensive, too. That's why I was like, why the fuck are you using that for that?
Yeah, that's expensive.
Because
man.
reasons.
But he was also, you know, he had a Barrett. He had 2 Barretts. He had a
Barrett 50 cal?
Yeah, he had the Barrett military 50 cal, and then he had the open market 50.
Was he military retired?
No, he was not.
How the hell did he have a military grade Barrett 50 cal?
He was very rich.
Jesus.
Pirate.
But yeah,
He was very rich.
no, because
I mean, I guess if you have certain licenses.
on his desk at work, he had everything from a 22 all the way up to the normal 50 that you can get on the open market to the military 50.
Is this 107? I think it is. Yeah, 107.
Yes.
I think it is.
So he had all of those lined up on his desk. And I was like, how do you even have that? And I pointed at like the military 50 cal.
Yeah,
He's
it's
like, oh yeah,
107.
that's what I use for my Barrett. I was like the
Jesus.
like the military Barrett or
Yeah, it's the M107.
Ooh, I want to be his friend when the purge happens.
yeah, they're like that.
I'm pretty sure if the purge happens, you can just go to a military facility and be like, can I have one? Everything is legal.
The military 50 cal is like that's a round that you use to like.
Yeah, but I
shoot
need
trucks.
guns to get to the military facility first.
That's true.
You know who would know all
Duh.
about this stuff? And I don't want to talk too much about the 50 caliber military weaponized, blah, 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 because my brother-in-law, Brian, who listens to us, is going to fucking critique every single thing that we say and hyperanalyze it, and I'm going to hear about it later. So, Brian, for the sake of saving me an argument in a discussion, I'm not going to talk about it. So, because, yeah, he was in the Army, and he was, like, in the war.
Yeah, I don't know every like minute difference between like the
I don't
So
know
was
if
my
it's
to the
brother.
military
He
50.
was ammunition specialist or something too.
Who?
My brother.
My brother-in-law was the guy in the Hummers, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be the guy at the gunner on the top.
Mm-hmm.
He was gnarly as fuck. Like, he's badass. Because they're usually that's such a gnarly job because you're the first one to get picked off. Usually because you're there.
You're the one that's out of the car.
Yo, my brother-in-law's a badass though. Because I guess in the Army, they do the unsurvivable mission. I think I've told this on the podcast before. They do the unsurvivable mission where they put you and your platoon, I think it is, in like an unsurvivable mission, and you're not supposed to survive throughout the night. His platoon survived the unsurvivable mission. It's the first time it's happened in forever. I think
Did they
ever.
cheat?
And they did it. They're just that good. They were just that good. And I guess they survived, and they were in like magazines and the whole bit, like the Grizzly, I think it was called. Probably got that wrong, but yeah, they were in magazines about it and everything. Like, he's fucking badass. So
This was such a weird turn that we took. I don't even know how.
I like it. I like talking about just stuff on the podcast.
All right, we actually had things prepared, but we went off.
Oh,
on
we
a
still-
weird,
we
weird tangent.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it. So it's been
1
it's
week
been a-
since you looked at me.
it's been a few weeks since we've done the podcast. Matt's not here. Thanks for sipping in for Matt. Joey, appreciate it.
Well, you know.
It's like we have Matt here.
You know.
I was well, I would think that.
The thing is, what he means is that it's like when you have a baseball team and you
First
gotta
of all-
get ice cream for all of them, and then a
Shia
train
LaBeouf.
is coming.
Shia LaBeouf. First of all,
Anyways.
that's how Matt will do it too. First of all,
Here's the first
follow-up question. That was one of the best moments on the podcast ever, is when he was like, serious question, and you were like, I doubt it. It was like the third episode ever. You're like, I doubt it, man. And it turned out to be bullshit.
Yeah, it was. Whenever he like prefaces his questions with like, "Oh, can I ask something?" It's like, no, because it's gonna be fucking stupid. I guarantee it's gonna be dumb.
Anytime he says like follow-up question to that or follow-up statement,
No,
I'm like,
shut
no,
up.
Matt, nobody cares about Shia LaBeouf. God, that made me so mad when he did that.
That was like years ago.
That was a couple years ago. Yeah, Shia LaBeouf. I will punch you in the throat, Matt. God, donut.
I laughed so hard. 'Cause I was only half paying attention.
Yeah.
And then when he got to the end, I was like, oh.
I mean, to be fair, we've all derailed. I still think, and a lot of people have said that I still have the best derail moment because of your reaction to it, which was the Daredevil thing. Do you remember that? Where you were like, what'd you say?
Or
You're
one
like,
of the Batman ones.
You're all, Daredevil comics are inherently dark, and I'm like, because he can't see? You like got so mad.
No. It's that or the Batman ones.
The Batman ones are funny, too.
You get super angry.
The Batman versus Superman
Oh,
stuff.
my God.
I had to say the actual other part.
Or else it doesn't click yet. It doesn't fully like the switch isn't all the way on yet.
But yeah, we all derail it, but Matt's the king. Matt's the king of literally just taking it nowhere, derailing the conversation. You okay, Joey?
No, I was like,
oh yeah, the Bible thing. I could not believe that Bible thing, man. Oh my gosh.
Have you seen a Bible?
Yeah. What kind of fucking Bible are you reading, dude?
It's very
Jeez,
confusing.
Dude. Anyways, but yes, thanks for filling in for Matt. Appreciate it, Joey. Maybe we'll have a constructive conversation this week.
I feel like we probably will
Probably
because
not.
we're gonna do something that we haven't done in a long time, years and years.
What is that, Stuart?
We're gonna say something good about Star Wars.
Oh shit!
Because
we
Mandalorian is now today 5 episodes in.
Yeah, 5 episodes in now as of today,
and I couldn't be more happy.
It's so good.
It's fantastic.
It's so good.
It's back.
I thought you didn't like it, Steve, because space wizards.
What?
Didn't you say something like, "Oh, you didn't like it because"?
No, I said you. I said
No. It was the last time we played
The last time we
games,
talked.
and we're like, oh, we watched all of it. And you're like, yeah, it was good, but like,
Oh,
I
I
don't
got
understand
irritated.
why it's space wizards
Oh,
again.
I got irritated because I feel like they jumped really quickly into using.
Yeah, but then he's only done it once.
I know he's only done it once, but I feel
He's
but that was
baby.
in the fucking like 3rd episode. And I was like, already? Like
Yeah, but how many episodes is it gonna be?
Everybody already knows that Yoda's race is fucking force sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
And we already knew that. Everybody knew that already. You didn't have to show me. Also, the thing is 50 years old.
I don't think they did it for that reason. I think they did it to...
I do. They did. I know. I feel like they did it for the people who don't know anything about that race.
That's fine, too, but saying I think it was part of the story to make it so, like, Mando...
They become buddies.
Yeah.
But then
because
again,
he
too...
saved him.
It's never used it again.
He hasn't needed to. Mando's been...
I mean, I guess.
I don't know if you know this, but his name is Din Djarin.
Yeah.
Okay. They
Also,
don't say it in the
maybe
show.
since he's only 50 years old, since we don't know a lot about the species,
know nothing
like
about
maybe
that
he has to
species.
like really like recuperate.
Yeah, because he passed
know?
out.
He did. I mean,
I felt
with him.
Here's why the show is good, and then we'll talk about the complaints that
Stop touching things.
some dumb people have.
that was so funny.
The show is good because it went back to the roots of what Star Wars is.
Yeah.
The root of Star Wars is a Joseph Campbell like deconstruction of the common thread through all of mythology and hero stories, right?
Right.
The other big influence on Star Wars is spaghetti westerns like John Ford and Sergio Leone, and then Akira Kurosawa samurai movies.
Right.
The fucking Mandalorian is Lone Wolf and Young Cub.
Yeah.
Like, for people that don't know, it's a very famous like samurai story about like a wandering warrior who has to protect this baby, and there's like assassins coming. There's like 50 movies, like 100 books. Like, it's a very famous story.
Yeah.
Why is he trying to attack, or why is the baby trying to be killed?
Honestly, I've seen like so many of them, I don't remember. And it didn't really matter. It was just like that was the jumping off point for the story.
Okay.
I don't understand.
I think he was the illegitimate son of the shogun, and so people wanted to kill him so he wouldn't inherit the shogun.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it was.
In what?
He was like an illegitimate son of like a shogun.
Who's that?
for the
Mandalorian?
Lone Wolf. No.
Oh, yeah, I believe that's what it was.
I think that's what it was.
I was like, what are we talking about here? But yeah.
But that's essentially what it is.
Yeah.
And like that's what Star Wars should be. It should be friggin' space western.
Yeah.
Based on samurai. Like that's
Pretty
essentially
much,
what Star Wars is.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted in the fucking new movies. But you have all this shit that's stupid. Like, I don't give a crap about Rey at all as a character.
I don't either.
The Mandalorian has not taken off his helmet, and he probably won't.
We took his helmet off
But you don't see his face.
Is what he
Well,
means.
yeah, they explained that, but even before they explained that,
But
yeah,
I'm
I already
saying
knew about
there's
that,
a...
yeah,
But you
I
could
would be
show
pissed
him-
off if they showed his face at the end of this season.
I don't think they will.
I don't think
because
they
it's not
should.
the point. Because he's supposed to be fucking Clint Eastwood in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and he's a nameless, faceless, like fucking gunslinger or samurai who like goes around solving people's problems. That's exactly fucking the 4th episode was Yojimbo.
Yeah.
Like that was The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Yep.
That's what that was. Like he comes into town and like saves the small village from fucking space orcs.
Yeah.
Like because that
episode was tight.
you can't get, and I get like a lot of, and no one's complained about it because anyone who like gets that deep cut or who would even like deconstruct it to like that manner appreciates it because that's where Star Wars came from. Like good, we're going back to Akira Kurosawa. We're going back to Sergio Leone and Campbell and the hero's journey and the evolution of like characters. That's what fucking the new series should have been.
Yeah.
And even
Should've
the way
gone
that
back
it's
to
been
basics.
filmed too. It's not just like story-wise. It's the way that it's filmed feels like an old Western.
Yeah.
Like the way the shots are actually like filmed and like the coloring of stuff and like the music with it is like a mix between like Oriental and like spaghetti Western.
Yeah.
So
No, I mean it's a Ludwig Göransson, I think is his name, who does the music. He also did Black Panther.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
he's
I
done-
think it's good
it's
so
great.
far.
He's done a
Yeah.
great job.
It's
It
fantastic.
gets stuck in your head.
It does.
Yeah.
The different directors that they've brought on have all been fantastic. I know Dave Filoni came on and did the first episode.
There's been women.
Deborah Chow.
Jon
did,
Favreau.
Jon Favreau. Bryce Dallas Howard did the Village episode.
Who's the dude that just did the most recent episode? Today's episode.
Today's episodes? I
can't remember his name. He's the dude doing Cowboy Bebop
Yes.
for Netflix.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
That gives hope to it.
It gives me hope for Cowboy Bebop. But
Well, actually, because I wasn't that big of a fan of this episode, but it wasn't
liked
because
it.
of his directing or his storytelling.
I liked it.
It was because of that dude.
she just found the kid annoying.
Yeah, he was annoying as fuck, but he's dead. Who gives a shit?
No. It's not. I get that the character needed to be that way, and I figured he was going to die. I'm saying the actor, I felt, did a shitty job of portraying the character.
You know, when he first came up on screen,
Like, you can
it
tell he's a new
screamed
actor.
Hayden Christensen to me. Honestly,
He did kind of look like an uglier
No,
Hayden.
he just
sounded like him. Everything
His shitty like delivery of lines.
like Hayden Christensen in like episode 2.
Into episode 2.
Yeah,
I get what
like
you're saying.
like I legit can hear his voice, and I can sense like almost like when he went for the character, he just watched Hayden Christensen and was like, I'm gonna play that, but then throw in a little bit of like
he tried
my
it. He
own.
was like a shitty Han Solo.
Yeah,
Ugh,
given where he was sitting,
so
Yeah,
annoying.
you know,
yeah.
of course, you know, because
No, that was immediately what
No,
I thought
I
because he's
get-
like, "Oh, my name is blah blah." Oh,
Yeah.
Blah blah
hey,
blah.
did you guys notice that coin that he had in his hand, the orange coin? So I have yet to go back and like actually look at it, but I watched the episode twice. I think that coin has a symbol of the Jedi on it. I think.
Does it?
I'll have
I
to
don't-
go back and watch it.
I don't know. I didn't catch it. There,
I mean,
there were
but
so
why
many-
would
there
it
was-
matter? Because
there's
he's
so
a
many-
throwaway character that died already.
I know, but the Jedi coin thing, if it is Jedi coin or whatever, I would just kind of, I don't even know what that currency, I can't remember what that currency is called. But the one thing that I think a lot of people are kind of like looking past was at the end of the episode, there's a dude that goes over to the body of that.
We have an idea of who
The-
it is.
I'm about 95% sure it's Boba Fett.
Yeah, that's
That was
what
what
we
we said.
figured. Yeah.
Because he's got the sound of spurs when he walks, And originally, when he first walks in, when they're with oh damn it,
Talking about on Empire Strikes Back.
yeah,
Vader.
when he walks in, Boba Fett, he's got spurs. Like you can hear spurs when he walks in.
And maybe that's why they threw in that line.
Because there were
Maybe that
10
was the
different lines
foreshadowing.
in that episode that were callbacks to Boba Fett.
But the one specifically, you know which one I'm talking about, right?
He says to the Mandalorian says to the kid like, "Oh, she's no good to us dead."
oh
Which
yeah,
is what Boba Fett said to Vader about Han Solo.
Yep.
And there was the no disintegrations, which is what Vader said to Boba
Which
Fett.
are so awesome.
Which
I know.
Those are the best.
God. For the first time, we've never seen fucking like an
just-
actual disintegration rifle because they're
The
very
sound
illegal.
is cool.
it's just like
in
I want
Star Wars
one.
live
It's
action.
so sick.
It was
It's
so
sick.
dope.
It's-
It was like half the fucking Thanos snap,
yeah,
and then like, oh my god, it was
That's
dope.
a-
His
Loved
staff
it.
that's a
looks
gnarly.
like the one that Teal'c has in Stargate. That's what
Yeah,
it
the,
reminds
like,
me
the
of.
little
yeah,
little zap.
that is a gnarly weapon.
Yeah,
it's
and
a
you can
like
and you can see
I'm
why
like,
that's
dude,
illegal.
you're literally making people just disappear.
Fucking dust.
Like when he was fucking up the Jawas or whatever the fuck.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, yo,
No, I like when he goes against
I
all
was
the other
like-
bound hunters.
Yeah, that too.
That
And
was-
he's like, he gets
that whole
rolled over
fight
in the
scene was
cart, and then you just
sick.
see it come out, and then it's like, boom.
that whole scene was sick when he like jump spins into the
Yeah.
cart. I was like, dude, he's such
Gotta
a
save this
badass.
baby.
He's such a badass, dude. Like his character is so sick. But yeah, that rifle is so gnarly.
you can see why it was illegal and why they
Yeah.
didn't allow people to use it.
no trace,
Yeah, this is fucking nothing.
no body, no murder.
no disintegrations.
Like he
Boba
was
Fett's
just
like, "Aw."
murking fools. I'm like, dude, why wouldn't you just carry that everywhere with you? Just be like, what are you gonna do?
Because
Nothing?
it stands
No,
out.
you cease to
'cause it
exist
stands
forever.
out too much.
It's so sick.
That's why he didn't carry it on Tatooine. 'Cause
Yeah.
hut
'Cause-
space.
So I have
Oh,
a
yeah.
question.
Huts are not okay
So
with that
when
either.
side note, when we do get to go back to playing our Star Wars game,
Mm.
can we get those?
Yeah, you can.
Can
make
I
one.
get it in like a gun, or does it have to be the big
No,
rifle?
it's a rifle.
No, it's a rifle.
Fuck.
Just get a rifle.
I mean,
Good
but
luck. You'd have to find someone who can sell you that ammunition.
but you know,
And
I
it's not gonna
do.
be
My
cheap.
character is good about like being secrety shit.
Being
stuff.
secrety shit.
Yeah, so maybe I could carry it around.
You could probably make a decent roll and get a contact. The problem is that disintegration rifles are illegal everywhere,
I don't give a shit.
meaning that you won't be able to walk out of your ship in a port with it.
That's what I'm saying. My character probably could, if anybody could.
Oh, you're saying like hide it, like smuggle it?
That and just my not intimidation, but like coercion.
Oh, you'd be making checks constantly.
I know, but I'm saying if anybody's character could, it could be mine.
It would just be annoying because you'd be
but
constantly
I
making
want it.
Okay. I'm just saying, like,
Nobody's saying you can't have it, Joey.
Yeah.
If you want your character to have it, knock yourself out.
Okay.
Want to start our forward path every 3 seconds to do a check? Right on. As long as
They're-
it
they're
makes people
gnarly.
disappear forever, neat.
gnarly.
But that's a sick
But
weapon.
my
It's such a
question
cool weapon.
is that if I fail the roll, can I just disintegrate them? And then do I win anyways?
I guess, like, but you're
I
in a
think-
crowd of people and like,
I think this has
Suddenly
something to
someone
do.
Space magic.
I would.
oh my god,
I would.
You're
think-
already trying to not be low key.
Doesn't. Okay, so you know, as a Jedi, we have the thing that like more light, more dark.
Yeah, and you're
They have those
halfway.
too?
She doesn't. She's a gun for hire.
Oh,
She's
okay.
a spy.
Gotcha.
Her
I do not
her
give a
morality
shit.
is fluid.
Cool.
Given the
Yeah.
situation.
Let's just hope I don't tilt too far to the dark side.
Yeah.
You're like halfway there, aren't
That's
you?
like the morality. The morality for
No, I'm
mercenaries
only
is.
like one tick over.
is
you
fluid.
like fucking murked.
He started.
So
Some of
many
it was
people.
justified.
He
Bifurcated a
started. He
dude.
started.
It was an
high.
accident.
He started high
I started really high on that though.
on his morality.
It was
That's
an
why,
accident.
so.
They bifurcating that dude was an accident.
It was dope. It was a dope
It was
accident.
sick.
Um,
But it was an accident.
I think.
but But anyways, yeah, no, that like the weapon that they chose to give him is insane.
Yeah, we finally get to see disintegration weapons. That's dope.
That's so sick.
I like that ever since Han Solo was frozen in carbonite, it's now become like the fashionable thing to freeze your bounties in carbonite.
It's just easier.
It's just so much more convenient for transportation.
Also, you don't have to hear
freeze
them
them.
talk.
Yeah. Like, I just thought that was funny because, like, when they did it to Han Solo, they weren't sure if he was going to survive it.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Yeah, they're like, he's fine. It's like, Boba Fett's got a good idea. We should just start friggin' freezing him in carbonite.
Yeah.
And it just became, like, the thing to do.
Yeah.
But that would be cool. Going back to the newest episode and how you think that it's Boba Fett. So it would be interesting to see them like do a standoff against each other, because it's very much white hat, like white knight versus black hat.
Yeah. I would be...
And that's very Western.
I want
like
to
old
know
spaghetti Western.
if they brought in, and I can't think of the name of the actor, if they brought him back in to do it. The guy who played Jango Fett in the movies.
Possibly. Who knows?
Because you know what Boba Fett looks like?
Yeah.
Like that guy.
Dude,
he looks like that guy.
It has been such...
You know what I mean? Like...
It has been such a pain for me.
I mean, but would it matter?
lately.
Because would he keep his helmet on?
No, because the
I mean, it's known that Mandalorians wear their fallen comrades' armors and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But
the
I
Mandalorian
don't
like
know.
tribes that we're seeing now is post
Jedi
post. Well, also like the purge that happened on Mandalore.
Oh
during
yeah,
the Clone
it's way
Wars.
beyond that. Yeah.
So they're spread. But the other thing is that you got to remember is Boba Fett was never a part of Mandalore. He was
Boba
raised by
Fett-
Jango on the
Boba Fett's
Camino.
not really a Mandalorian.
No.
Like,
He is.
it's dude. Like the past couple of weeks, trying to explain to people the difference between a clone and a Mandalorian is fucking baffling to me.
Yeah.
It's insane to
clone.
me. And people are like, "Well, they're wearing clone armor." I'm like, "No, they're not."
The clone armor was
I'm like,
designed
the
after the
clone
Mandalorian
armor was-
armor.
Yeah, designed after, and it's based off of the Mandalorian armor.
Yeah.
It's not Mandalorian armor.
No, because they on their commanders they have cortosis,
Yeah.
but none of them had Beskar.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to explain. to people. They're
Jango's
like, don't
armor-
Mandalorians like do Beskar? And I'm like, no, the Beskar thing is a Mandalorian thing, but
Cortosis is the
Cortosis
other.
is the one for the clone armies. Is the one that they
not all of them. Had
Not all of
Cortosis.
them, but-
most of them had Durasteel
yeah.
or
But
Blasteel.
but then but here's the other thing that's crazy to me. You'll probably laugh at this. I had people coming up to me being like, "What does it matter what his helmet? What if he wears his helmet? We all know what they all look like. They're all the same." I'm like, dude, they're not fucking
No,
clones.
and that's the
I'm
problem.
like,
is
dude,
that
Mandalorians aren't clones. Stop.
you have to like know what happened on Mandalore in the Clone Wars cartoon,
Yeah.
which is why it's good that Dave Filoni is one of the guys writing it with Jon
Yep.
Favreau.
Yep.
Because he wrote that.
Yeah.
He made that shit
Just
up.
watch
That's
the
that
Clone
thing
Wars.
he
It's
did.
good.
So like after
Just watch the Clone Wars, it
Mandalore
is
fell because they were invaded by Death Watch, and then and it was actually the head of Death Watch was a guy named Pre Vizsla, who was voiced by
Jon Favreau.
Jon
No,
Favreau.
Jon Favreau, which was the badass dude.
And then he
dude,
gets his
yeah.
head cut off by I can't think of his name. Fucking Darth Maul. Darth Maul.
Crazy spider legs.
Yeah, crazy spider legs.
Crazy spider legs,
Maul.
McGee.
Let's Qui-Gons be bygones.
Oh, no.
Sorry, I stabbed you.
that was a good story. I stabbed you in the chest.
Sorry, I stabbed him. So then, and then the Emperor
That was
comes,
a good one.
and then the Emperor comes and kills Darth Maul's brother and
Yeah.
kicks Darth Maul's ass.
Yeah.
And
Then he go crazy.
Then he go cray cray.
and then
And
during,
then he gets crazy spider legs.
but during that whole time, they purged all the Mandalorians from Mandalore,
Yeah.
and they stole all the Beskar.
And their stupid
So
queen.
the Mandalorian the Duchess Satine.
Fucking dumb.
She was dumb pacifist. Pacifism doesn't work, kids.
No.
Oh no.
So the tribes that were scattered throughout the galaxy, that's who raised the Mandalorian that we see. And because of the nature of like getting, I guess, excommunicated from their own planet, like kicked off, caused them to become a more secular and insular society. And that's why the culture changed to, you can never take off your helmet. This is the way that we have to survive.
This is the way.
This is the way.
I love it, man. I love it.
And so you kind of see like the evolution of like the Mandalorian as a race. Because if you want to be like really fucking deep into it, the human-looking Mandalorians are not even real Mandalorians. The real Mandalorians are fucking weird lizard people.
Yeah.
That's why their helmets look that way.
Yeah.
Because it was to accommodate their weird lizard faces.
eyes.
The first Mandalore was a weird lizard fucking creature. They're all dead. And now there's humans who say that they're Mandalorians, but they're not. But this was all 10,000 years before the movies, so who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
But anyways.
But either way, man. Yeah, like, have you guys look at the Mandalorian fucking insignia? It's like that weird.
It's
the
it's a basilisk.
It's a basilisk.
So
it's like
super deadly thing that they killed.
Yeah, the original Mandalorians, there were these fucking giant, like they were mythosaurs and there were basilisks. Basically, they were fucking dinosaurs. The dinosaurs on like steroids. So the Mandalorians were like, that shit's crazy. I'm gonna kill it, and then I'm gonna kill some of them. And I'm also going to ride them.
I like to think that there's Mandalorians being like, that's just crazy.
And then they murder it. And then they also...
I'm going to touch it.
So
I'm going to boop it.
So they
right
also...
in its fucking nose.
So then the Mandalorians had these giant...
They're all just like Steve Irwin's. Crikey.
It was like these
that shit's crazy. I'm going to poke it with a stick. He's angry.
I really pissed him off now.
Really pissed him off now.
Anyways.
So that's what the insignia is. It's a basilisk skull. Because they also had these giant like fucking bike tank things that they would ride from drop ships in orbit.
Yeah, they were like ODST.
Those were also called basilisks.
Yeah.
So their fucking shock troopers would ride these fucking tank bike things, and they would drop them from high orbit.
Yeah.
And then they would fucking drop onto a planet and just scorch Earth, fuck everything.
Similar to the orbital drop shop troopers from ODST, Halo 3.
Yeah.
Where they would just like, be in space and fall out of a pod and land on Earth and be like, let's fuck shit up. Like, they're badass.
If they were riding a giant tank bike with guns.
Yeah.
And that would just fuck everything up.
Which is super cool.
So anyways, that's the whole long and
remember
short
when they
of it.
went to war with the Jedi and the Jedi made the planet goo?
Yeah.
Good times. And then they had to live in biodomes.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mandalorians became not so cool because they had to not live the right way. It sucked.
Anyways, my point was that if it is Jango or if it is Boba, then it's between 6 and 7. So we already know who he is. So obviously we know what he... No, let me finish. Please. Okay? I have a point to this.
Okay.
Okay. So obviously we already know what he's going to look like, and there's other people that are going to know what his face looks like. So I guess it doesn't really matter if he takes his armor off or not.
Boba Fett?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm guessing his armor isn't going to look the same because he's got to be kind of infamous at this point and is probably wanting to lay low because of his association with
the Hutts.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know, because here's the thing.
Because it depends on who's in charge now.
Well, wait.
And whether they like him or not.
Space has always been controlled by the Hutts.
Yeah.
Even the Emperor couldn't bring the Hutts.
I get it, but I'm
into the
saying
fold.
Depending on who in the family is in charge of it now.
I don't know.
They
who
might
took
not
over.
like him, so
I don't know in the movies who took over Tatooine after Jabba was choked out.
it's not that really annoying cousin, is it? Or was it a cousin?
He died. You're talking about in the Clone Wars?
Yeah.
No, he died.
Because I couldn't remember.
Because actually, I'm curious about that.
It's fucking annoying.
I know what it said in the books, but none of that is canon anymore.
Let's see.
So I don't know, according to the movies, who took over.
What happened after Jabba the Hutt?
But it means that Boba Fett survived the Sarlacc pit somehow.
Maybe. If it's him.
Let's see.
Which is dope because he was supposed to be digested for 1,000 years.
Let's see. In the new canon, there were years of civil war and infighting, and in the end, most of the Hutts lost their power, but some retained it. The Hutt cartel
Lost it to who?
does not exist anymore by the time of episode 7.
What?
In the canon Aftermath series, we see what is likely Jabba's infant son abducted when the Hutts try to install him on Jabba's throne. Survivors in Jabba's palace hang out for a while and then give up wandering into the desert. The Jawas pillage the Sarlacc and take Boba Fett's armor from it. By the time of the Bloodline, which takes place 6 years before episode 7, the Nikto species had taken control of what was left of the Hutt cartel after winning a lengthy war with the Hutts. The Hutt factions had tried to suppress Jabba's death and destroyed most copies of the hologram where Leia killed him. By Bloodline, the holograms are a black market commodity. That's it.
Sounds fucking dumb.
That
Sounds like the
sounds
Nikto
super
species
dumb.
took
That
over?
sounds super. So
JJ fucked it up.
No, this is whoever wrote these dumb books.
So then let's just burn them.
No, because it's like, oh, okay. Because this is, once again, it's the new fucking trilogy shitting on canon.
I'm going to look up the Nikto stuff on Wikipedia here.
But the Hutts were operating independently of the Republic. And then when the Emperor took over, the Hutts continued to operate independently of the Empire. But suddenly, this fucking race of aliens kicked their ass.
So, sometime after the death of Jabba the Hutt, the Niktos managed to break free from their oppressors, and at least one Nikto cartel existed during the New Republic's existence. It was led by Kaijan Nikto named Rinrivin D. Sure.
All right.
That's who...
Normal Star Wars name.
That's who is leading the fucking cartel.
So
They understand that, like,
Kaizen's,
the
Nikto.
Hutt space has, like, 30 or 40 planets, right?
Let's go to this.
And they just,
Yeah.
kicked all their asses? They did something that the Emperor couldn't do?
Meeting the Hutt Slayer. Rinrivin learned about Senator Organa's visit to sent his henchmen to kidnap her. Disguised as businessmen, the gangsters kidnapped Leia and spirited her away.
And we see how well that worked out last
lay
time.
deep in the
Yeah.
caverns of Basatha. Rinrivin wanted to bribe the senator into convincing the New Republic to ease its restriction on the trade of hard spice. In an attempt to win over the senator, he offered her Tonere wine and a holocube of Leia killing Jabba's... Jabba the Tior, which is, I think... which is Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
Okay. Telling her that Niktos admired her as the Hutt Slayer for her role in bringing down the Hutt crime lord.
Yeah.
Because she's the one that fucking killed Jabba the Hutt.
But...
Why
I
couldn't he
don't-
just talk to her? Why'd they have to
Yeah,
kidnap
why do you
her
have to
again?
kidnap her to fucking fangirl
This was
out?
the first meeting. The second meeting, while monitoring satellites, C-3PO detected that Rinrivin was visiting the commercial and cultural hub of Harloff Minor, which was near Coruscant. Leia wanted to investigate his links with Amaxian warriors and arranged to meet Crime Lord for dinner, blah, 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 blah. There was a fucking napkin bombing on Hosnian Prime. This gets like real. Oh,
All
here it
this
is.
sounds like
It
bullshit.
sounds fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Leia then took the opportunity to return the Hutt Slayer holocube that was offered to her and presented it to her. She explained that she did not need to be reminded of her past. Leia and Casterfo made preparations to visit Sabensko, but this was delayed by political scandals stemming from revelations about Leia's true parentage as a daughter of Darth Vader. I can see how that could put a wrench in the plans.
All this sounds fucking
Oh, shit,
stupid.
it's Hitler's daughter.
It sounds like they're fucking shitting on canon again.
Yeah.
Because
Kinda weird.
it's established canon that the Hutt space was controlled by the Hutts.
Now it's
It was
controlled by the Niktos.
But who the fuck are they? How can they do something that the Republic and the Empire couldn't do?
The Nikto were a humanoid sentient species native to the planet Kintan. There existed at least 3 Nikto subspecies: red, green, and mountain. Okay.
Fucking ogres.
They were employed by the Hutt clan as enforcers during the Clone Wars, and several green and red Niktos served the crime lord Jabba the Hutt shortly before the Battle of Endor. Some
Is that the ogre thing that's in the pit?
No, that's
that's a
Rancor.
Gamorrean.
Oh,
Okay.
Gamorrean, you're right. Sorry. Some Nikto are members of the Jedi Order, such as the male Kaijin-Sai Nikto, Jedi Master Imagundi. Oh, that dude.
Yeah, I know what Niktos are, but I'm saying, like, how did they suddenly
like rise up,
like overthrow the Hutts after like all these other people who are much more powerful and have much more resources could not?
I don't know.
It's fucking stupid. I hate the new trilogy because all they do is shit on canon. All they do is shit on everything from the original and the prequel trilogies. It's like, hey, you know how these things have been established and like you guys know about them? Well, fuck you, because no longer. It's like, you know how like space fuel hasn't been an issue ever?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? It is fucking now.
Also,
I don't understand
the whole gravity thing.
Yeah, fucking
gravity.
It's like, you know how we have these like super effective bombers, and they help destroy the Death Star fucking twice. Yeah, fuck them. Fuck Y-wings. We're gonna got these new fucking dumbass bombers that like
T-bombers
that somehow are fucking like drop them out. Why would a fucking bomb get dropped out downwards in space?
You know what it looked like?
Fucking
It looked
stupid.
like a dick. Those ships look like dicks.
I don't know. It's like an inverted like,
and then it's like
balls
dropping
and
its
like
load,
dick and just dropping loads. But you have to get close for some reason to the things you're like, because
Am
you got
I
to drop
wrong?
them. You got to
That's
get
what it
over
looks
them.
like.
You got to be on top of them in order for the bombs to fall down because space.
Yeah.
Steve, space.
We talked about this before,
Like,
I know.
And then
Gravity doesn't matter.
they've been screening the new Rise of Skywalker movie, and people have been walking out of
In
the
a
screenings.
Wait, there's more things I want to talk about Mandalorian.
Okay, then go ahead.
I just, before we get into hating Star Wars, I want to go back to liking Star Wars.
Go for it. No, I mean, I honestly, there's so many questions.
You derailed it.
That
I didn't mean to. I was just.
we have a lot of questions about Yoda's species and why they live for like
The
900
child.
years
Or beyond.
or beyond. Like
There's-
Yoda was over 900 when he died.
He was
Like
old
so.
as dirt. It's one of two things. They're Force-born. They're Force sensitive. So I would like to believe I like to believe that species is Force-born, specifically, or they're fungus-born. Honestly, is another.
We don't know
theory.
because
It's a
even
fucking
the Jedi.
mushroom? What?
Like it's like a fungus. Like I guess there was something that was posted through Star Wars
They're
thing that
coming
was
for
like
us.
showed like some kind of like it looked like an amoeba, like a fucking fungus amoeba thing.
I know what you're talking about, and then someone else changed it. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, because in one book they
Like
named
Toad or Toadette?
kinda.
They
In one book, and I can't think of the name of the book, they actually gave Yoda's species a name. Mm-hmm. But then the next book in the series was like,
Nah.
no, that's not true. That was just bullshit.
Yeah.
Because even in the Jedi archives, Yoda's species is listed as unknown, and his home planet is listed as unknown.
Yeah.
He's mysterious.
But there have been multiple of his species that have served as masters on the council.
There's
Yeah,
been
who's the
a few.
other one that's on the council with
Yaddle.
him? Is it Yaddle or
She's a
Yadi or whatever? Yeah, that's what I said. Her name.
Yaddle.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure we do a bunch of research on her, but that's probably like closest thing you can get as far as research goes on Yoda's.
And then there's also during the Mandalorian Wars, was Vandar.
yeah,
During Knights of the Old Republic,
Yeah.
the Jedi Master was Vandar, and he
Yeah.
was a bluish
yeah, he
Yoda
wasn't green,
species.
but
He was close. He was
well,
like
this one's
bluish.
kind of bluish too, though.
No, he's green.
Green, but there's
He's not. He's not like as dark green.
He's like a
as
pale
Yoda.
green, but it might just be because he's younger.
and that's why I don't know because Vandar
And cute as fucking hell.
Vandar was like bluish.
Oh,
I
he's
want
cute.
it.
He's
I want
cute.
it
Yeah.
now. He makes little baby
He got
noises.
he got little stubby legs, and he's just
He's cute,
beep
man.
beep 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 beep.
It's cute. Yeah, I don't know. The first, or was it the second episode? I think it was the second episode, or maybe it was the third one, when he goes back to get it, and he's like, "I tried to save it."
Third.
The scientist dude's like, "I tried to save it." And da-da-da-da-da. I want to know what they wanted it for, how they knew
Harvest its metachlorians.
God, don't fucking start with that.
I
Don't start.
They're
with the
off the
midichlorian shit.
scale.
Don't talk. No, with the midichlorians. Now.
Over 9,000.
No.
I mean, maybe.
I
don't know.
Why did they want it? How did they know
it's
where to
cute.
find it? Where did it come from originally? How did it get to where it was at?
They had a fob
Like
going
all
back
that stuff.
50
like,
years. So my guess...
I know,
because-
then that means they must have information.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, here's my guess. Because they never explicitly say who Werner Herzog is.
Mm-hmm.
But my guess is that Werner Herzog was a Moff. And he was, more specifically, a Moff in the ISB, which is the Imperial Security Bureau. That would be like the SS Luftwaffe and, like, secret police of the Empire.
You think he was like a grandma?
Brown coat?
I think he was. Because
Really?
just based on his clothing and his chain, I think he was a...
Okay.
I think ISB as well.
I feel like the way he
Okay.
talks too, the way he holds himself.
He is just... That's how he talks, and, like, that character was fucking fantastic.
No,
'cause
but
Werner
I'm
Herzog is
saying the
awesome.
character.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you agree? It's like, oh.
It is
Wouldn't
good that the
you?
Beskar is back with the Mandalorian. It's like it's fucking menacing.
Wouldn't you agree? It's like,
It's
dude.
fucking menacing.
When he showed up, first off, I was like, that's a bad guy. Even if he's a good guy
Werner-
right now,
That's a bad guy.
that's a bad guy.
Werner Herzog.
I love Werner Herzog.
He's great.
But
He's got
I
such a
was
bad
like,
guy.
that's a bad guy. You're a very bad guy. I was like, dude, your henchmen are wearing like old ass stormtrooper armor.
Well, he's the
like
reason.
rusted, disgusting
Still.
stormtrooper armor. Like,
He's the reason why practical effects.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw
Yeah.
that interview.
I know what you're talking about.
So during shooting, they were discussing, Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau were discussing whether they wanted to go full CGI with Baby Yoda.
No.
And
he was
Werner
like, no.
Herzog says, like,
You
he
wanna
called
be
him a
a
coward.
bitch.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so glad.
Me too. Practical effects for the win, because that first scene in the cantina, and you're looking around, and there's fucking aliens everywhere, and there's
Awesome.
only 2 humans.
Awesome.
That's how fucking Star Wars should be, because there's no fucking aliens in the new series.
In the new
Have you noticed
episode?
that? There-
No,
in
no,
the new
yeah, no.
movies, there's no aliens.
Yeah, there's none. I liked how like when
Why?
you watch the new episode when they go into the cantina, it legit looked like OG Star Wars Episode 4 when they first
Yes.
go in there. I was
They
like,
did a great
I was
job
like,
of recreating
whoa.
it.
I was like, whoa, like it was crazy. It was so good. I mean, yeah, I'm glad that they do it because I'm like, yeah, pay homage to like Jim Henson and all these fools.
Yeah,
That,
Frank
like,
Oz, Jim Henson.
you
like,
know,
the whole,
like-
the whole Henson Creature Factory. Like,
yeah. Pay
And
homage
it's not
them.
to say that
it was good
CGI
back then, and it's great
CGI
now.
has its place and it's helped,
it does.
but it's a good mixture of it.
I enjoy
Like,
the
even-
puppet
also, it
mod.
even
helps
though-
the actors.
Even
to have something
it's
there.
there.
Yeah.
I feel like they
The
can
whole thing
actually
will be-
like it helps with the
Yeah.
acting because it's there.
Oh,
And it's
God.
funny because like I know that it's a puppet, you know, I know it's animatronic or whatever. I know that it's not like real, but I believe it. I believe that it's real
Mhm.
because it's done so well. Like practical effects these days should be
Because
so easy.
because CGI,
So much easier.
even really good looking CGI, when it's next to like an actual person on film,
Mhm.
it's like it falls
There's a
into
disconnect.
No, it falls into the uncanny valley.
Yeah.
But when it's an actual puppet,
Mhm.
I think there's more of a suspension of belief.
There-
I feel like
however-
I don't know why, I know other people like describe
It puts
the
like
same
weight
as well.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it gives it more of a presence,
And it's because, and you can tell that because of how the actor is interacting with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just hit the mic. I'm
You're
sorry.
fine. It probably didn't even pick it up.
I'm interacting with it.
I love it, and it's funny because like the CGI that they've done so far in the show,
good.
It's
Looks good.
fantastic. The
like when
the
that
dewback.
walrus fucking thing came out of the ice.
Oh yeah, I was like, hell yeah.
looks
Time to
the,
go.
The dewback looked really good. Looked
Yeah.
better than the fucking one that they put in the additive in episode 1.
It's been like 20
or whatever,
years, though.
but
Like,
still,
it's been 20 years.
looks good, and I'm like, cool. I believe it. It looks good, you know. And it's like, I like that the Jawas like are practical.
That it's a midget with fucking lights,
Yeah.
with a hood.
I
Like,
like
it's
it.
not. Yeah,
Dude, the new like I just like it. I like all of it. I like that they're using the Tusken Raiders using their
the actual sign language. Yeah, their actual sign language.
So like, dude, like
no, they're doing it. They're you
the
know why?
Mandalorian
Because
is
they're-
fantastic.
I like that he doesn't explain how he knows how to speak it or what he's doing,
He's been around
except
the
for
block.
when that dude like just asks him like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like
No,
he just does it
because
Not,
Dave-
Oh, by the way, I speak
Because-
Chewy.
because
Yeah.
Dave Filoni respects and understands the canon,
Yeah.
and Jon Favreau also through Dave Filoni, like respects and understand. I don't know if you've seen Favreau's show on Netflix called Chef.
The Chef? Yeah, I watched all of it.
Did you watch the episode where it's him and Dave Filoni?
It's fantastic.
And they're talking, and they're talking about how they met and like all that, and how they're working, and they're like, "Oh, we're working on something." It was The Mandalorian.
Yeah, so good.
I was great.
Yeah, I love that. It's just one of my favorite shows on Netflix is Chef.
You know what I like about this new show too is that they have a lot of hand-to-hand combat.
A ton.
Yes.
Like it's fighting instead of just pew pew.
Best character to me, my best character in the whole show is Cara Dune, the girl from the Village episode. Best character.
Superhero landing.
She was like, that's her. Yeah.
Gina
UFC
Carano.
fighter. She's hot. Sorry. But anyways, yeah, I like her. I just think that her character is awesome because like she shows up or, you know, he walks in, she's at the place. They fight each other and then it's just like, do you want some soup? And then they're cool with each other. I'm like, yes. And then I'm hoping we see her later because
she's the best because she saves the child.
This will bring up like one of the like dumb fucking blue checkmark complaints that I've seen is that like, oh, it's all like, see, women are better because blah 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 because she's the one who like actually takes out the ATST walker.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, give me the rifle. I'm going to go do it.
Yeah.
You're a fucking moron because you didn't pay attention to any of the story or her backstory.
Mm-hmm.
She said she was a shock trooper for the rebellion and then the Republic.
Right.
She knows how to fucking take out an ATST walker.
Yep.
Also, she didn't do it by herself. The village was helping distract everything else so she could do it.
She's used,
like it's working together.
She's a guerrilla fighter. She has that skill set.
I get what you're saying, but also she didn't just do it by herself.
Yeah, she realized that she needed
Also, she lost her fucking gun. Who gave her the fucking gun?
Yeah.
The Mandalorian is not a guerrilla fighter. He's a bounty hunter. Yeah. He goes after bounties. That's where his skill set lies.
Yeah.
Like tracking and hunting.
Yes.
She's a soldier. They have fucking different skill sets. It's not about her being better. She's killed ATSTs. You should listen to what she says.
You can't live here anymore.
That's the thing. That's why she listened to his advice because he's a bounty hunter. He would know.
He knows about people and tracking, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. She knows about how to take down things in a militarized sense.
It's
like
not.
It's two different worlds coming together.
Yeah.
She's not better. He's not better. They just come from two different sides of the coin. Sets. You know, so. Her character was awesome. I love that.
Her character was fucking great.
I love that scene where he's like, you can't live here anymore. She's like, not how I would have. What about it?
Y'all got to get the fuck out of here.
Can't live here anymore. She's like, all right. Could have been a little more subtle about it, but okay.
No, her character was great.
Yeah. I was kind of worried. I was kind of curious. What was up with the ATST with the red eyes, like looking like a horror?
Dope.
I was like, it's cool, but
that's dope.
Why?
I don't know why, but it's dope. I liked it.
God, it was neat. It was good.
But, I'm sure like they came up with like some reason like, oh, it's because
it was taken over by the orc thing.
Heat vision or something.
No,
heat vision.
No, maybe they did something to it to make it look like that to scare the villagers.
Yeah, that could be another reason.
I didn't even think about that.
Psychological warfare is very effective.
Yeah, because what were those things? They were like orcs or something.
I don't know. They were fucking space orcs. We were watching it. And I was like, is this the Mandalorian?
Taking all your blue shrimp.
Mandalorian?
Give me that blue crawdad.
Am I watching Willow right now? What's going on?
Give me them blue crawdads.
Yeah. I was like, quit messing with the kid with the things. Like, they're all like, hee. I'm like, quit teasing him. Let him eat it or something, you fuck.
You shamed him when he tried to eat the frog.
Yeah, he spits the frog.
They're like, he's like...
When I saw the frog, I was like, uh-oh. Like, immediately, like, beginning of the episode, I was like, uh-oh.
Spit that out.
Yeah, spit that out. So
I think Nick Nolte was the fucking craziest.
I've spoken.
Yeah. Yeah.
Coming in.
You didn't even realize
I didn't even realize it was Nick Nolte. And I was like,
really?
Where was Nick Nolte? I was like, oh, he was the fucking Ugnaught. Yeah. Oh, my God. I didn't even recognize him.
Yeah.
Because they kept, and then when I watched it a second time, they were using a forced perspective to make him seem shorter.
Yeah.
Because the Mandalorian was like really close to the camera.
I noticed that. But I was like,
I like when he
was
was trying to teach him to write that thing. He's like, I can't do it. He's like, yes, you fucking can.
You're a Mandalorian, fool.
Get your bitch ass on that. dumb
Basically.
tadpole.
I have spoken.
I have spoken.
So sick.
Uh,
He's like the most hospitable person in the world.
yeah.
In the universe.
Nice-
He was just
nice
like,
guy.
oh, well, we got to fix this ship. No, you don't. We got to do it.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long night for you. Let's do it.
Nice guy.
Like, nice guy. I've spoken. I'm going to help you. All right. What are you going to say? Nope. Well, I've spoken. So, yeah, it was so cool, man. It's so cool to like just to see what they can do with that universe, because I had been complaining like, hey, there's so many things that you could be doing with Star Wars and you're not doing any of it. And
There's
like
so
refreshing.
many. There's so many like deep cut, like extended universe things that were like really neat and were never explored in the movies, because there's so many. Fucking vibra swords and vibra axes and vibra knives.
Yeah.
Never seen them. They looked fucking dope. That was what
Yeah. When he fought.
When he fought the other bounty hunters who were trying to steal the child in
Oh,
the second
yeah,
episode.
yeah.
That was what that was. It was a
Yeah.
fucking vibra sword and a vibra axe. I was like, yes,
That's
never
what I
seen those
have.
before. They
That's
look
what I
dope.
have.
Yep.
So
have that.
cool.
Yep.
Yours
But then
is a
again, we've
rapier.
also never really seen.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
stabbies.
We've also never really even seen Beskar used and how it's property, like the properties of Beskar. We know about it,
They never talked about
but we
it.
never really knew about, like, in the books. If you read the books and played some of the other games, then yeah, you know what Beskar is, but you never really seen it and how it reacts to things. Beskar is gnarly.
Yeah.
How does it differ from Cortosis?
Cortosis is like a low grade Beskar that you can get from a couple, well, more than a couple different planets.
But do they both...
Beskar has only been found in the Mandalorian system.
So it's like the rare earth
It's unique.
metals?
It's a unique metal.
I can look it up for you really quick. Cortosis
Cortosis is the
is a high energy absorption rate transmission coefficient, which allowed even energy of a blaster bolt to be dissipated upon contact.
some Cortosis has been treated and
Yeah.
has been known to deflect a lightsaber.
That's what I was asking. So does Beskar do that too?
Beskar is more reliable at deflecting
Yeah.
a lightsaber.
One of the strongest
So
minerals
Cortosis
in the
is like,
galaxy.
it might. Beskar is like, it will.
yeah.
One of the strongest minerals in the galaxy, Cortosis can even withstand a blow of a lightsaber. It could also redirect the heat of explosions. Didn't Anakin try to explode a Cortosis mine and the fucking explosion like reflected off?
Yes.
I don't know why I remember
the,
that right
the
now.
Jedi armor that they have on their arms is
Yes,
is
it's
Cortosis.
Yes. Let's
Because
see.
when they're fighting.
Cortosis.
His hand, his second hand, not the gold stupid one, but the second
Yeah.
hand that Anakin had was also plated
Yeah,
in Cortosis.
Cortosis.
Smart.
Despite these advantages, Cortosis is very fragile, making it normally useless as armor, and had difficulties with prolonged energy attacks, such as those of lightning guns, which would overload the material and it would explode.
No.
During the Clone Wars, Grisks, who used Cortosis for energy management, told Count Dooku of an effective way to use Cortosis against the Galactic Republic. I remember that. Yeah. It was possible to create armor that was both durable and immune to blaster fire. So yeah, you know, it's some strong shit.
But
But not
Beskar,
as strong.
not as strong as Beskar.
Let me look up Beskar so I can... So Beskar, this is canon, is an alloy specifically used by Mandalorians, notable for its high tolerance to extreme forms of damage. It was durable enough to withstand direct blaster shots, could repel lightsaber strikes. It's a super weapon created by the Mandalorian Sabine Wren and used by the Galactic Empire, called the Arc Pulse Generator, was capable of superheating the metal to
That
the
was the
point
one
that
that
it would burn to a
targeted
crisp.
Beskar
Yep.
in Rebels.
Yeah. In the case of Mandalorian Wars, covering their Beskar armor. Yeah. That's pretty much it. It's one of the toughest and most legendary metals in the galaxy. The alloy could withstand direct blast fire and was capable of repelling the strikes of lightsaber. It could also be reforged to any warrior's liking. So it could be melted down, remade, melted down, remade infinitely.
Mhm.
I don't think you could do that with Cortosis.
I know
It probably
I know
loses
that
its
cortosis
integrity.
is hard to work with and to get it to the level where it could repel a lightsaber. Most of it's like I've seen like a chunk of cortosis ore you could like crush in your hand.
Mm.
So it needs a lot of treatment in order to get it to like blaster bolt reflection level.
So if you were going to try to melt it down, you'd have to put even more because it would have lost some of its integrity. Yeah.
Probably. I'm not a metallurgist. A Star Wars
Mandalorians
metallurgist.
mainly use Beskar because of the fact that it could repel lightsabers, and during the Mandalorian Jedi War, it was the main use item.
Obviously.
Neo Crusaders of the Mandalorians wore armor composed of Beskar, so like way beyond. Armor forms from Beskar was used as early as 501 BBY. Holy cow. During the Clone Wars and Death Watch, and the Night Owls continued to use Beskar in their armor. The Death Watch continued using the alloy in their armor when they became part of Darth Maul's Shadow Collective and Viceroy Gar Saxon's Imperial Super Commando.
Yeah.
During Mandalore's third Civil War, Timber Saxon had the arc pulse generator rebuilt and used it against Clan Wren's and Clan Wren's warriors. Despite its limited range, the Duchess was able to target the Beskar in their armor. So yeah. Pretty much it. It's just like it's probably one of the gnarliest materials.
Yeah.
And it's specifically used only for armor.
But even so, in the new episode,
that's
he
not
got
true.
Well, no, but it's usually used.
he got shot. He got a chest shot, and it looked pretty.
It had some
gnarly.
carbon scoring, but it didn't.
It didn't break
didn't
it.
damage it.
No, I get it. I'm just saying that's to show how
strong
sturdy
it
it
is.
is. Yeah.
All right. Another big complaint. Well, not big. When I say big, I mean like Twitter big, which is fucking not applicable to the real world at all because it's just a bunch of
Fucking losers.
blue check marks and an echo chamber circle jerk. The point that they brought up was like, oh, everyone complained that Rey was a Mary Sue because she used mind trick powers and like could beat Kylo Ren in a lightsaber duel.
Who's this?
This is like the argument.
The fucking losers on Twitter.
Argument for what? I'm sorry.
For why like Baby Yoda is a Mary Sue.
Oh, give me a fucking break.
Exactly.
First
Really?
of all,
They-
that
Ready with
child
this?
is
They
adorable.
said like, oh, well, you saying that Rey's a Mary Sue because she could mind trick stormtroopers with no training. She could resist Kylo Ren's invasion of her mind with the Force.
Why are you
Also,
picking
she
on a
beat him
baby?
in a lightsaber duel, but she's not. If she's a Mary Sue, then so is the baby because he was a baby and he lifted up a mud horn.
For
I
like
was
a
like,
second.
He
No.
lifted it. He lifted it up for like a second, and then he passed out.
And
Also, he's fucking 50.
yeah, and it's known that species is force sensitive.
For days.
Who the fuck
too.
is Rey?
He was out for
She's
a long
some fucking
time.
like. Apparently, her parents were like just drunkards who like abandoned her.
Yeah.
So she's nobody.
Yeah, she's nobody.
No,
So
I
it's
thought
even-
she's supposed to be related to the Emperor.
According to the leaks, the spoilers, which I don't even think it's a spoiler because
Supposed to be
I've seen it
related
fucking-
to Palpatine.
She's his granddaughter.
Fuck, I tried to avoid all of this shit. Remember I was talking to you on the phone?
Oh.
I was trying to avoid knowing all
Well,
this
it's
shit.
fucking everywhere.
That's so, I've been avoiding
It's
it.
everywhere.
And that's
so
if it's
stupid.
true. That's if
Okay,
it's true.
So let's say that she is. So?
Who the fuck cares?
Who cares?
There, you know why? It's funny because the original. So
I'm going to
there-
be pissed if
they-
that's accurate.
No, it is. Bet.
You
the-
really think that she's...
The guy, it was a Overlord DVD who released
Oh
it,
my
and he's the
glob.
guy who had all the spoilers for The Last Jedi. So whoever
so
his source
she's
is
going to
is-
be Palpatine's
Granddaughter.
granddaughter.
Yeah.
So then she's evil.
So who's
Who's the Skywalker?
who's Palpatine's
Kids?
kids?
Doesn't matter. Who cares?
What the fuck, man?
It's stupid.
Really?
It's so stupid.
That's so stupid.
You understand why people are walking out of screenings.
And
'Cause
she
it's
just
stupid.
takes his name.
Is Star Wars out in theaters?
No, they were test screening it.
Oh.
And people were walking out.
Oh,
It was a
shit.
fucking free movie, and people were like, I'm good.
Oh my
No,
god.
No, and
Are you serious?
I will take
there
the
were tests.
snacks
There were
and I will
multiple
leave.
test screenings.
I got my card. I'm done.
Yeah, so there were multiple test screenings, and it's widely reported that people walked out or they hated it.
Yeah.
And that's why there's been so many reshoots, because they're still editing. And the movie comes out, and
Boo, got the stage.
and people are like, oh, they didn't test screen it. I was like,
Is it
where
Matt?
the fuck have you been? They test screen every movie
They
now.
test screen every movie.
Especially Disney and especially Star Wars.
Yeah.
Of course they fucking test screened it.
Oh yeah.
Like, if you were saying, you're an idiot if you think they didn't do that. Like,
Oh no, they totally did.
so that was the argument, is that they're like, oh well, Baby Yoda's a Mary Sue too.
Baby
then.
Yoda-
It's
Baby-
fucking stupid. It's a fundamental misunderstanding. You're trying to create a narrative because these movies suck.
Why are you picking on a child?
Yeah, why are you fucking with Baby Yoda? Everybody loves him.
Yeah.
And people are angry about that. Like, there was that Huffington Post article where they're like, oh, people aren't complaining about it because it's good.
Yeah. Because it's great.
What fucking baffling. There's a good Star Wars show, and
people
Star Wars
shut the
fans
fuck up.
aren't complaining.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe because it's not shit.
Yeah.
Maybe because it doesn't suck. Maybe because they actually pay homage to the original trilogy and from where it came from.
Yeah.
Maybe
They show
because
that
they
you can make a good
respect-
Star Wars based off.
Maybe
that.
because it's created by Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni and George Lucas, who respect the fucking canon.
Yeah.
Who don't just shit all over it for the convenience of their bullshit stories.
Yeah. I know that people have been like, see, Kathleen Kennedy can do something right. And I'm like,
No,
it's not
fuck
even
Ka-
her.
Fuck Kathleen Kennedy. She
I
has
hate that
fucking
her name
nothing
is
to do
on
with
it,
She
it.
has
too.
nothing to do with
She
the
has
Mandalorian.
nothing to do with that shit.
I hope she's done.
She didn't
You know
even.
what?
She thought it was
She's
gonna fail.
She's a fucking liar.
Yeah.
She
too.
thought it was gonna
Straight
fail.
She's a
liar.
fucking liar, and she's
Yeah.
getting more and more exposed because in that bullshit interview she just did, she's like, "Oh, George was really happy with the direction we were going."
Oh,
no,
yeah.
he fucking
No, he was
wasn't.
not. No,
he
he
said
wasn't.
it himself that he didn't like it.
Yeah.
he said it so many fucking times, and you guys can keep trying to suppress the videos of the interview on YouTube because somehow, if you type in George Lucas interview, like new Star Wars movies,
Yeah.
should come up. No, that shit's on page 3.
Yep.
It's weird how fucking YouTube's circle jerking for Disney. Like, it's crazy how Alphabet, like, fuck
It's-
off, dude.
it's so
Shut the
dumb.
fuck up. No, George Lucas didn't like the new movies.
No, he
Don't
didn't.
lie.
Yep.
You're not friends with fucking George. She's like, oh, I've known him since fucking, because she was a producer for Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
It's like, bitch, you weren't a fucking producer. You were sleeping with Steven Spielberg. That's how you got that job.
Yeah.
Nobody thinks anything else.
Yeah.
Like that.
You're not fooling anybody. It's nice
What,
to
what
think
is
that
your
she
experience on like helming something? You're an accountant. That's why you're a producer, because you're an accountant. You're not a creative producer. You're an accountant. You're a fucking you balance.
And
the books.
obviously, she's bad at that too
because
of what she's fucked up.
yeah,
Yeah.
because Last Jedi got shit on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Like kind of a lot.
you're. It's funny because they interviewed the original director for the third for episode 9.
Mhm.
He's like, that Emperor wasn't in my script.
Yeah.
Like the script I had for episode 9, the Emperor was not in it.
Yeah.
You know why? Because The Last Jedi sucked.
Yeah. It was not good.
So they're like, oh well, we got to just bring back world characters. People love that. Like, fuck off.
It reminds me of that ice cream commercial. All you need is ice cream.
Yeah, all you need is Emperor.
Yeah.
You guys love the Emperor? Well, guess what? He's in it. I fucking hate those trailers. They're so fucking stupid.
They're really bad.
The one where it's like they're getting chased by the troopers, and then there's an ARC trooper.
Fly now. Could fly now.
You're a fucking stormtrooper, dipshit.
Yeah.
There's always been ARC and jump troopers
Yeah.
since the fucking Clone Wars.
Yeah. It could fly now.
That's always been a thing.
yeah.
That's always been a thing. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yep.
Oh, they can fly now? Are you like mentally retarded? Is that why they had you fucking cleaning toilets, you piece of shit?
Yep.
You didn't know that there were jetpack troopers?
Yep.
They've had them for like 50 years.
I think longer than that. But yeah.
Longer. Like the fucking Republic had jump troopers. They were ARC troopers.
It's like walking into like.
Oh my God.
That's like being on Coruscant, walking into like a government, like a separatist place, whatever, and being like, There's Imperial stormtroopers here.
Oh my god, the Jedi have lightsabers now. Oh, what will we do? Like, shut the fuck up.
We
What
can
the
go to
fuck?
space.
Oh my god,
This
and
lightsaber could come out of both ends of the lightsaber.
yeah, and the stupid like MacGuffin that they have like as the fucking plot point for the show.
Yep.
We got to find the Wayfinder. It looks like a fucking dildo. It looks like a dildo, and then there's a little butthole tickler coming off of it. That's what it fucking looks like. It looks stupid. Don't have the MacGuffin like the central point of the plot. Like, we gotta find the thing. Look like a fucking dildo.
We gotta find the thing.
Oh my god! And it's got a little fucking like
Tingle.
either butthole or clit tickler like coming off of it. It looks so fucking stupid. That's as dumb as those dumb horses.
That's to please the sheep.
Rise of Skywalker's gonna suck, and
Because it's gonna fuck you.
It's good. It's gonna fuck you.
and
I'm gonna
Ray,
go see it.
Ray stealing the Skywalker name is the fucking stupidest ending for a
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
I'm Ray Skywalker. Bitch, no the fuck you are. No, you are not.
Luke is just like, no, Ray.
No, you're not.
You're not.
Can
Ray.
you
It's
feel the
Skywalker's
force?
just a name. It's like,
I would love for her to be like, I'm Skywalker. I feel it. It's just like a leaf. And then Luke is just like, no, Ray.
shut the fuck up. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
Shut the fuck
I will
up.
come back just to punch you. in
The
the face.
only reshoot they need to make is to bring fucking Mark Hamill back and have him wake up, be like,
No, Mark Hamill
oh shit,
is dumb
that
with Star
was
Wars.
the worst like forcing I've ever done.
He's been
Like,
shitting on
no.
it so hard.
Luke,
None
Mark
of that
Hamill
happened.
He's very upset, and I don't blame him because they shit all over the character.
Yeah, Mark Hamill is done with Star Wars.
They made Luke Skywalker turn
He's
into like
so
a
done
fucking
with Star
boomer
Wars.
ass bitch.
With how much crap he has talked about Star Wars, it is very obvious.
I'm
that
saying that's
he is done with Star
that's
Wars.
the only way that they could save it.
You know who else is done with Star Wars and he's super stoked on it? Is freaking Harrison Ford.
Oh, he's been done.
He's like, you know what? Let's talk about something else. Like he's
happy
so
that it's
over
done.
it. He's so glad. He's almost like I was glad when they told me I was dying. I was like, jeez, man.
I think
He's over it, man.
I think the problem is that Harrison Ford doesn't want to be an actor, but they keep just like paying him so much that he's like,
Isn't he like one of the
I guess.
most like
he was a fucking carpenter.
yeah? Like,
He just got a job.
wasn't
like,
he like? Isn't he like one of the like? He's like the number one actor or some shit, right? Like he's got like
Of
the
all
most paid.
time?
He's like
I think currently it's Robert Downey Jr. Currently, he's the highest paid.
yeah. I can't
he
remember what it
deserves
was.
it.
I read something.
He
about,
does deserve it.
I read something about Harrison Ford being like one of the one, if not the
The most sought after,
Sought after,
probably
highest-
sought after, but he
Mo-
doesn't do a whole lot. I feel like because he doesn't.
I think his
I don't
I think
he
his
just
memory's
doesn't
going.
wanna
I don't
do
think he likes
anything.
acting.
Yeah.
No, I think he's.
I think it just
Don't know.
they pay him so well that he just keeps
But
doing
damn,
it.
he's had some good roles. Man, he's been Deckard. He's been fucking Indiana Jones.
No, I mean he's iconic.
I mean, he's
Name all of his roles are iconic.
It's like him and
He's
Clint
gonna
Eastwood. I
he's
put him
gonna
in the same
star in a
category.
TV show.
Huh?
He's gonna star in a TV show.
What TV
What
show?
TV show?
The Staircase. Do you know what I'm talking about?
What?
The court case about the guy who
Yeah.
pushed his wife down the stairs. And
Really?
And then
Is
it
he
turned
the
out he
one that
didn't, and blah blah blah
pushed-
blah.
Yeah.
Is he?
So he's gonna
playing
play the
main
husband.
character? Okay.
They're making a show of it. And he's the
Huh.
husband. It's weird. I know. It's like, why did Harrison Ford is either fucking rogue, like gunslinger guy, with a la Indiana Jones, Han Solo, Deckard,
Yeah.
or he's guy who may or may not have killed his wife.
Yeah.
Fucking The Fugitive, What Lies Beneath the Staircase. Like, those are his two niches. It's like you're either fucking gunslinger, Western cool guy, or maybe you killed your wife guy.
I know you were talking about.
Like, he does that so often.
Did you watch the what is his name? The Russian guy that played Chekhov in Star Trek that died.
Anton Yelchin.
Did you watch this documentary?
No.
Dude,
Didn't
it
know
was
there was
fucking
one.
fantastic.
I really liked
I
him.
think it came out in like June.
We watched his the Guillermo del Toro Arcadia.
Yeah.
Is that what it?
No,
Troll Hunter?
Troll Hunter.
Yeah.
I gotta find out what the name of that.
We really liked that show.
What the name of that documentary is. You guys should watch it.
And there's that spin-off too, but we haven't watched it yet.
Ton Yelchin.
Yeah.
With the 2 alien kids.
Yeah.
Documentary.
Which I thought was like, why are they aliens? Like I thought we were
It's
doing
called,
like, trolls and shit.
Love and Tasha. It came out in August.
It's such a fucked up way for him to die too.
Dude, how sad.
Yeah,
like,
it's a fucked up thing.
Like he had it, man. He was doing so well in life.
He was killing it. He was all over the place.
Yeah, it's called Love and Tasha. Take it. It was fucking.
Is it on Netflix?
It'll pull on your heartstrings for sure. No, it's on Amazon Prime.
Oh, okay.
But it's also like on Vudu, YouTube, whatever.
I mean,
he
we
was
have
killing
Prime,
it.
It's fine.
I have it if you guys want to
I have
watch it.
Prime.
Yeah, we have.
But yeah, give it a watch because it's like, man, that's a tough one to watch.
He was killing it.
I know we were talking about Star Wars and with Star Trek.
Not only that, he seemed like a nice,
He
genuine
was like a
dude.
cool guy.
And he
played
was
the
good.
hell out of
yeah.
Chekhov.
Did well in Chekhov.
So good.
I
No,
really
that
liked,
Troll Hunter show was really good.
Liter.
Troll Hunter was cool. What's the Jim Jarmusch movie he was in with Loki and Tilda?
Fuck, we always forget what
I always
it's
forget the name.
called.
Do you know? Do you watch the Jim Jarmusch movie where Tom Hiddleston is a vampire and Tilda Swinton is a vampire, and
Fuck.
like Anton Yelchin
it's
is his like little
so
gopher boy?
stupid too.
The something left, only lovers left alive.
It's
or
called
something.
yeah, Only Lovers Left Alive.
Oh, I nailed it. Got it.
Yeah, I have seen this. This is old. It's like 12 or some shit.
Well, because Jim Jarmusch only makes a movie like once every 8 years.
Every decade.
No, because he just had the fucking zombie one with Adam Driver and
Oh, yeah.
Bill
Billy-
Murray.
Yep.
That was fantastic.
Yep.
I fucking loved it. It was so ridiculous at the end. It's like, well, how do you know we're gonna die? Oh, it was in my script. It was in your script.
That one also had fucking what's her name in it because she was an alien.
Yeah, that
which
also
I
had
fucking
Tilda.
called. I called it.
Tilda was
I was
in-
like, she's
That
an
just reminded me
alien.
of one of the new Rick and Morty. There's nothing I can do. I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna survive this one. Gotta wait.
Oh, God.
There's no way I'm gonna die. And he jumps up and kills the guy. There's absolutely nothing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna die. And now it starts.
I think it's gonna be. I think they're very upset with how successful and how loved the Mandalorian is.
It's so good. It's so good.
Because it's gonna make is it The Rise of Skywalker? It's fucking dumb. All the Skywalkers are dead, bitch. They're all fucking dead.
What's it called?
You
Rise of
killed
Skywalker?
them all.
Fucking dumb.
How is it The Rise of Skywalker if they're all fucking dead? Are they gonna rise from the grave?
Luke's like, kill me.
uh,
What have you done?
I mean, there are the Force ghosts, so maybe.
and his body just disappeared.
True.
But his hand came with him. His robo hand came with him.
I'm real curious with the Mandalorian right now. Just going back to Mandalorian real quick before we wrap this up because we really need to wrap up. I'm really curious. There's only 3 episodes left. So
They already got renewed for a second season.
I know, but I'm real curious how they're going to wrap this first season up. Who we're going to see. Is the Boba Fett in the next episode? I'm just like,
Will they
If
ever
there was
find
ever-
a place
if
to
there was-
settle down?
if there was ever a person that I think that would give this Mandalorian a run for his money,
Boba.
probably Boba Fett.
So the last
That's what
episode,
I'm saying. White hat, black hat.
The last episode is directed by Taika Waititi.
Mm.
He did the voice of IG-11 in the first episode.
Yep.
He's also the writer and director
He just
of.
gets murked.
Yeah.
He's self-destruct.
He's the writer and director of Thor Ragnarok
Yep.
and the more recent JoJo and the Rabbit,
Mhm.
which is the one where the boy's imaginary friend is Hitler.
Yep.
Um,
So good.
and it was also played, and Taika played Hitler.
Yep. So good.
So he directs the last episode. The only thing he said in interviews about it is that there is a lot of stormtroopers for his episode.
Tight.
So
I want to see it. It's going to be great.
yeah, looks
If
dope.
you haven't watched Mandalorian, you're missing out.
I want
And with that, we need to wrap up.
Baby
We had a whole
Yoda.
bunch of other things we are going to talk about, but this Mandalorian is just so good.
I mean, we had like 5 episodes worth of shit
Yeah,
to go
we've
over.
been on
What else
hiatus for
were
a
we going
while.
to talk about?
Who cares?
Who cares?
Mandalorian
Yeah.
is fucking
Not
awesome.
as important as the Mandalorian.
I'm going to crochet a little baby child Yoda, and we're going to put it in the
Yeah,
fucking
they
thing.
call it's like I
Can
know.
you, can you knit me like a little Mandalorian?
I
like
can crochet
a little,
it. I
can you
can't knit.
crochet like
Yeah.
a little like
Yeah.
baby Yoda ears I can give to Gideon?
Oh yeah, I could do that too.
Please do that.
It's
I'll
like
pay you
it's-
money for it.
It's funny
No,
because
Christmas present.
Hell yeah.
they call him
I'll give you his head dimensions.
they call him the child in the script,
Mhm.
but the internet's decided that he's Baby Yoda, therefore he is Baby Yoda.
Which is funny because when you look up, because now Disney has all their stupid merch, but it's
And they
such
fucking call it Baby
it's
Yoda
such
on the
shitty merch. No. They make a point of, even though everybody calls this Baby Yoda, it's of Yoda's species, but it is the child. Like they're super passive in their
Yeah.
little description about
Also
it.
they're fucking
You
the
shut
shirts,
the fuck up.
the shirt prints on the actual Disney website are fucking garbage.
Yeah,
I
they look
know.
like
It's all
shit.
the same picture and they just like printed it on a shirt. It's like, oh, but this one's got this background and this one's got this background, but it's all the fucking same still. It's fucking
I want the
garbage.
picture
People
of
want it.
him.
People, I'll buy it.
No, because Disney wanted it to fail.
I want
Disney
the
didn't
picture of
prepare
him
any of it.
staring at him pressing the button.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Have you seen the meme where he pushes it and it's like, to the window? And then he punches it and then he's like, touches it again, to the wall. So fucking funny.
See,
Because
that's
he does the cat thing
I know.
where he stares at him and just
I
does it again. And then he's just like, nope.
He's just like, stop it. To
This-
the wall. So funny. That video made me laugh so hard.
this is what Star Wars should be. This is what Star Wars should be.
Yeah. It should be happy. Time.
Enjoyable for all ages, not trying to push a bullshit agenda, not trying to fucking shoehorn in shit because you want it to be this. Like, Star Wars is what it is.
Yeah.
If you stay within...
Definitely isn't what it's not.
Yeah. But you get what I'm saying, though. They try to change Star Wars in the new series.
Yeah.
And that's not what it is. The Mandalorian is what Star Wars is. That's why people like it. Just do fucking that.
Yep.
We're not asking for a whole lot. Honestly, if Episode 7 had just been like Luke, Leia, and Han Solo, like just fucking like, oh, we got to do this. We're going to hang out.
We're old now.
But honestly, I would have been fucking fine with
Hey,
that.
my knees.
I would have been fine with it.
Yeah, it would have
Honestly,
been fun.
because at least they would have all been in one fucking scene together.
We're old.
None of
now.
them were in a scene together.
I know.
None of them were in a scene together. There was no scene where Luke, Leia, and Han are together. And it's fucking bullshit.
Yep.
Because, kill the past, blah, blah, blah. Fuck you, Kylo Ren. You're a little bitch. You'll never be Darth Vader. You're a pussy-ass bitch.
No, but he could have been good. His character had potential.
From the trailers, it looked cool, and then you see him in person, you're like, he's a whiny little bitch.
No, but I'm saying even now they
Should've
could
kept that
have
helmet
fixed
on the whole
it.
time. Would have been fine.
They could have fixed it like how you were saying in the new one if they switched and Rey did turn to the dark side and then he was the one that
That's
had
what
to
they
save
were building
everybody.
towards. That with her going to the dark side when training with Luke and Kylo being the one to reach out to her. It seemed like that's what they were building to, but Rian Johnson doesn't know how to fucking write. I'm so glad that his new movie failed. I'm so glad. It couldn't have happened to a bigger piece of shit.
Yeah.
I think he's a
true.
fucking... His movie Knives Out beat Charlie's Angels in sucking dick. Charlie's Angels only made $8 million.
Uh-huh.
Knives Out made $4 million. Fuck you, Rian Johnson.
Yep.
Probably sucked more dick because it looked like they were all lesbians.
Oh, he's
so.
such an idiot too. He, in his interview, I don't know if you saw this. He's like, when they asked him like, "Oh, how do you feel about like, oh, the Last Jedi was really polarizing the fan base?" He's like, well, people didn't like Empire Strikes Back when it came out either." The fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Who didn't like Empire Strikes
Yeah.
Back? For a lot of people, Empire Strikes Back is their favorite, me included.
It's one of my favorites.
Out of like the original trilogy, I
Return of
like
the Jedi is my favorite. But yeah.
Okay, but I'm saying like usually it's divided between those
Those two, yeah. I mean, it's real close.
For this retard to say that nobody liked Empire when it came out, you're a fucking moron.
Yeah.
That shit was in theaters for over a year.
Yeah.
Like you can't even
People
imagine that.
watch it
now.
on the regular.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Empire Strikes Back was in theaters across the country and globe for over a year.
Mhm.
But people didn't like it. Oh, they just kept fucking rolling it because there were no... Because, yeah, people weren't buying tickets. They just kept... Shut the fuck up, dude. Oh, my God. He's such a little bitch. I'm glad that he's failing at life.
Well, I mean,
I wish nothing.
He's making major motion pictures, so he's not failing.
and
that bad.
failing.
Yeah, well,
There's movies have fucking tanked.
that's true.
So-
M. Night Shyamalan's doing better.
M. Night Shyamalan is doing better.
Yeah.
He used to be the butt of the joke like 10 years ago.
Like M. Night Shyamalan.
Twist.
Let your
Now,
cat take a
now it's
walk.
like
Now he's
twist.
killing it.
Now it's
Now he's killing it.
I love M. Night
Fucking
Shyamalan. Always have, always will.
Split and Glass are fantastic.
They're good.
But to be fair, the actors really, really carried it too.
Well, that's the thing is M. Night Shyamalan's...
Yeah, it was a good
Like,
story.
M. Night
fucking
Shyamalan-
McAvoy
M.
did
Night-
like fucking superb.
M. Night
like,
Shyamalan
acting.
writes things that has a lot of big name actors curious because he writes stuff that's different, and he
And
makes
sometimes it
actors-
sucks.
And sometimes
Lady
it sucks.
in the Water.
No.
The Happening.
I'm saying
The
the
Village.
actors that were in it did
I like The Village.
well. Like
Yeah.
they did the characters.
But he's
well.
always had the ability to pique the interest of big name. He's had Mel Gibson. He's had fucking. You know,
They need
Samuel
to make a
Jackson.
fucking
He's
show
had
out of
Fucking
that
Bruce
Willis.
that
like-
fucking shadow organization.
Yeah, because
Which
at the
one?
end of Split, that fucking
Yeah.
weird like hero
That needs to
suppressing.
be
Yeah.
a show. I'd watch it.
Whatever he does with that universe with like the Split.
Because there's so much stuff he
Unbreakable.
I'm
could
down.
do, or
I'm
he
down.
could just do
I'm in.
nothing if he
I'm in,
didn't
dude.
want to.
I talk a lot of shit on Unbreakable,
Unbreakable was
but
so good.
I
liked
fucking
it.
hated it.
I liked it.
But he made up for it with
Water.
Split and Glass.
Yeah.
Those were fantastic.
Okay, you
Loved them.
laugh, but that's what it is.
I know.
He's like fucking the Green Lantern, like not the color yellow. Oh! Or the other Green Lantern, like wood. No.
Yeah, good shit. All right, we need to wrap up
Yeah.
for real. Mandalorian's great. Watch it if you haven't watched it yet. You guys are-
welcome back to good Star
Yeah,
Wars.
good Star Wars Mandalorian. Let's just keep pumping it out. Oh my god, I'm so excited to watch next week. Like, I look forward to Fridays now. Like sometimes I don't have to wait midnight. I'm like, oh, time to watch it. But yeah, it's so good. I'm so happy that like there's good Star Wars that everyone can agree that it's good Star Wars. Like it's good. So, thank you, everybody, for listening and watching. You can find the podcast on iTunes and Google Play, as well as Spotify and SoundCloud. All the links to where you can listen on your favorite platform will be down in the description down below. Our social media, mine is Stuart's, because Joey doesn't have Twitter or anything. Our personal Twitters will be down in the description down below as well. Pretty much everything for the podcast is at Likable Geeks, except for Instagram, of course, which is at Really Likable Geeks. Check it out there. We got some things in the work here really soon, coming in January, February, so stay tuned to our social media for updates on when those are going to drop. And,
That was a weird one. Don't do that.
We hope you guys all had an awesome Thanksgiving, because we missed that, that week, so we hope
Took
you
off the whole month of November.
Yeah, pretty much did.
All of the fucking
we're
holidays.
trying. It's always the holiday times for the podcast is always really tough because everyone's.
It's tough
so much stuff to
geographically.
do.
It's tough like work wise. Yeah.
Well, and the weather's been bananas here in California
That's
in the
why
past
we
few
said
weeks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like
geographically,
snow,
yeah.
lots of rain.
That's why we couldn't come up
It
that
rained
last
today.
week.
Fucking flash flood warnings.
Yeah, it's been nuts.
Even
So-
when it's not raining.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. So thanks everybody for listening and watching. And we'll see you guys all next week.
Bye.
Bye.